Welcome back, my friends, to TFT Hyperoll with Autarch and the 2024 New Year's Spectacular. Okay, not that spectacular, but we are going to do a build today that I don't normally do and not one I particularly recommend you try to force. But sometimes the stars will align and it is worth going for. There's a couple of problems and we're going to get into them along the way. Here we're starting with component anvils, and as usual, we're not going to open them until we're pretty darn sure of exactly what we're going to do. There are a lot of little factors that go into this. It gave me a Yone in the NPC round and a Yasuo, and I also have a bow and negatron cloak. The right augment could make this easy. Stars are born. Is that right augment? And the reason is, if you want to 3-star A1 cost quickly, this is a way to do it, because you can pick up the headliner and then an additional champion and you'll have 2 stars. So since I already had a Yasuo, I was hoping I could roll through, get that Yasuo, then look for an additional one, and I'll be almost there, up to the gold 3-star that you need. Now your key items are going to be Bloodthirster and Titan's Resolve, and hopefully you can get them out of this. Bloodthirster to me is most important, so I go for that first. You can open up the anvil, you're looking for a chain vest, got it, and we're going to be able to put the Titan's Resolve on Yasuo. But here's the thing, don't expect Yasuo to carry you all the way through the end. Beginning, middle, you'll do fine. He falls apart at the end of games. But for early game, there isn't much in this game stronger than a gold 3-star Yasuo, and with Stars Are Born, you're going to be able to pick it up pretty easily. And we'll go hyperspeed for hyperroll, because these early matches, you will dominate with a gold 3-star Yasuo early. Your secondary trait is going to be Edgelord. That's a really good one, because that way Yasuo will slide through champions. It will allow him to drop aggro and stay up and keep you winning. Time for the second set of augments, and Silver Veil is really good because you're going to avoid some crowd control and get additional attack speed. Just check the others in case something amazing comes along. It doesn't, so we take Silver Veil. And for now, Yasuo is just going to keep slicing through things like butter. It doesn't matter. Whether it's Sentinels, big shots, Guardians, he'll just keep going. You are likely going to start having feelings of invincibility with this, because it's going to look so easy early that you're going to wonder, how is it possible I'm ever going to lose a match? Here's the deal. If you're struggling early with this, you can't get a 3-star Yasuo, or you're not getting the right champions around him and you're not winning, abandon ship, find something else, because this particular build gets really difficult in late game because you need the support champions and you need Yasuo to power up a lot. We're up to 44% additional damage here, so it is helping us immensely. It is time for our final augment, and we got a lot of key items here as well, which we will go through after the augment. Nothing really exciting here. Pandora's items would normally be something I would jump on, except for the fact that I kind of like the items that we have. Decide to go with hologram just to get more bodies on the screen. Third item for Yasuo, Steric's Gauge, is excellent because this will give him a second shield along with the Bloodthirster to keep him up longer. And him staying alive is going to be key. Having an additional Yasuo on the board who can play distraction, also really helpful. Getting to 5 Edgelords is also going to give you a lot of additional attack speed, which is going to help. Your goal is ultimately the 6 true damage, 5 Edgelord combination. This is the point in the match where you have a really interesting choice to make. You could dump Yasuo and try to look for a different headliner. I'm going to grab the chain vest here because it gives me the chance to make 2 Titan's Resolves, which are really good on these champions. I should have gone Yone. I instead decide to go Riven. Don't know why. I guess because I had 2 additional Riven and thought, hey, if I get a headliner, I might be able to go to the gold 3-star Riven, but in reality, she's kind of eh. During the PBE, she was ridiculously strong, but now she doesn't hold up quite as much. this person happened to get a headliner Poppy, and you will see how strong Poppy can be, because Poppy holds up against everything and ultimately is able to take down Yasuo. They do have Cursed Crown though, so they did have the advantage of a couple of extra players. Presuming you started off with a win streak and Yasuo was getting most of your kills, he's going to be very, very strong right now. Not necessarily tanky, but strong. As you can see, 64% additional damage from kills, 320 current attack damage, which is more than most of your backliners will ever see. Now here's the deal with these final items and why I still have stuff on the bench. You're holding for two main champions, Kayn and Qiyana, although in this case, Last Whisper on Akali will be fantastic. She's our 6 true damage. Now once you get Qiyana, you can bring her in for Cannon, no problem, easy swap. Kayle would be the natural item holder for Kayn items since they're both AP. The only problem is you want Kayle in the build. Having Kayle and Senna in each corner serves as really good Akali bait, and you're likely going to run into some Akali teams as it gets later. So you want to keep them in their place, so you don't necessarily want to get rid of them for Kayn. But you are going to need Kayn to win, so a little bit of a conundrum around here. Now here's some things to look out for. There's natural synergies as well. You have 2 pentakills because both Viego and Kayle are pentakill as well as edgelords. So if you can pick up a pentakill emblem, you can use that really well. It's really tempting to swap over to the Kayn headliner here, but it's also hard to get rid of a gold 3-star Yasuo that has been powered up so much. We're going to go ahead and give Akali the pentakill emblem, as she is pretty much our other strongest champion at this time. We do want to get an item onto Qiyana at some point, as she will give us additional items, presuming she gets kills. It's time for our final items of the game, and again, great choices here. We can get the Executioner emblem, which will tick Executioner. We can go ahead and put that on Kayn, which will make him more powerful. Now, we just want a Qiyana item, basically any AD enhancer, so that she can get her bling bonus, which is to potentially give us additional items down the line. Presuming you had an early run with Yasuo, you should be in a similar position as this, where you're towards the top of the health charts, but starting to feel the pain of the other comps out there. A Sona can absolutely wipe your team, but you still end up into the top 4. 2 ways to go now. You can dump Yasuo, pick up that Kayn, and hope you're going to get to a gold 3-star Kayn and wipe the entire board. It's a calculated gamble. I decided to stick with Yasuo here simply because I didn't feel confident that I was going to be able to have enough rolling to get to a gold 3-star Kayn. If I had some champion duplicators, I may have felt differently. Luckily, we get the Ghost champion, so it's going to be a smidge bit easier than if we faced off directly, but it gives us a little bit of a preview of what we're likely going to be dealing with, which is a very, very strong Karthus that can do a lot of damage to us. Tried to get a 2-star Qiyana, no luck there. I had checked in and Karthus was in that upper left-hand corner, so I bring Yasuo up there in the hopes that I can get to Karthus quickly, because the more times Karthus casts, the less of a chance we have. They had Prismatic Ticket. Luckily, they were 1 short on that 3-star Karthus, because that would have done us in. If Karthus critted on a couple of these, it would have done us in, and if Yasuo didn't have his shield, it would have done us in. But we managed to prevail. GG for everyone. And yes, I agree with them. Lucky me, there's a lot of luck involved. True damage is a lot of fun, but it's really risky. If you don't get off to an amazing start, abandon ship, but it is worth giving it a try when the stars align. Anyway, wishing you a happy new year, and as always, have an absolutely, absolutely awesome day.